Hey, Altran, here's a quick run through of lesson 7. We're looking at the issues. Our essential question is, how do candidate positions align with my voter values? So what we're doing is we're pivoting not just from like learning about the voting access and voting rights and voting turnout. We're really, and voting values, we're looking at how does this actually translate to specific stances on specific issues. So for example, in the voting values part, we like talked about for example, like someone's leadership or their personality or their foreign policy experience. That's not as important now. What we're really looking at is like a specific issue. So, for example, providing a path to citizenship. What is each candidate's position on a specific issue, not just like a big broad philosophy. So here's where we've been, the big picture on the left. We've done the voting rights and registration and timeline and platforms, and we looked at campaign ads. Now we're pivoting to specific issue research. We're looking at candidates and their stances on specific issues. So by the end of this lesson, what I'd love for you to do is have 3 big issues that you really care about. There's too many issues for me to like kind of go over all of them. So it's not about like covering everything. It's about getting really specific about 3 that you really care about. So we did a quick brainstorming class. This is what we came up with: gun control, civil rights, some poverty and economic equity issues, healthcare, immigration, and climate change is a huge one too. So the first thing I want to do is, here's a quick 3-minute video where high school students like yourselves are posing questions to candidates. At the time, these are all to Democratic candidates. This is before Joe Biden was selected as a nominee. But check out this video, pay attention to what other high school students are asking, and then I'd love for you to pose 2 questions. What would be 2 questions you would pose to the presidential candidates? Next, I have a quiz for you to check out on this website called I Side With. And if you click there, it's going to zoom for me, unfortunately, but if you click there, it'll pull you to this quiz that's really interesting and helping us zero in on what issues really matter to us. So I want to give you a quick tour of this quiz. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to ask you a bunch of questions by category. So it starts with our environmental issues. Check out the question and click yes or no. If you're kind of in the middle, here's another option. Click this other stances button. Sorry. Click this other stances button. It's going to give you a bunch of other choices. They want to keep it really simple, but if you want more options than just a simple yes or no, click that to expand. Another thing is, if you read a question, you're like, I don't know what that's all about, click on learn more. It's going to give you like a 2 or 3 sentence description of what the issue is all about. Another cool thing you could do is you could look at the stats. So if you click on the stats tab, it's going to open up a new window. It's going to give you all this user data on this website I side with for like what most people believe on this issue. Sometimes it's going to give you different tabs here where it can break it down by state and even city. So it can kind of give you even results based on Denver. And this is just what other people think. You can even scroll down and kind of learn more. So the goal here is not just to like take the quiz and see what you get, but the goal here is to like really focus on like what sticks out to you as an important issue. So during the quiz, literally take notes, like jot down on a scrap of paper, or like open up a doc, or type in your email or something somewhere that you can document like, hey, this is like, these are things that are really interesting to me. And like I demonstrated, examine beyond the yes or no if you're really interested. At the end of the quiz, answer these 2 quick reflection questions. And my hope is by the end, you have at least 3 issues, however your brain works. If you want to choose your 3 now, or if you want to like narrow it down later, that'd be great. But basically, I want you to have 3 final issues. Then what we're going to do is we're going to dig into what each candidate believes on your 3 issues. So you'll go through this self-guided slide on number 8. And then on number 9, this is where the start of your final project begins. So the example we did in class was like, if the issue position is defunding the police, what I want to do is I want to type the issue up here. And then below, I gave you Biden, I gave you Trump. Down below, I want you to type in, what does that candidate believe about that issue? So by the end, this is done, turn it in. We have a start, and then we can continue to develop your ideas. The final project that we're going to work on is we're going to make a digital voting guide. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to contribute your research on your issues to like a common website that we're going to publish. And that's kind of where we're headed. So if you have any questions, let me know. We'll start at 11:30 this afternoon and we'll go from there.